Good morning. I'm Johnita Francis, and I'm quickly swallowing my drink of water. 3, 2, 1 was very fast this morning. Okay, hi, I'm Johnita Francis. I'm the host for the Warrior Chronicles. This week, apparently, we're talking about self-acceptance, removing labels. I will be doing the customary card pulls to help you with that. Sometimes self-acceptance, we need to let go of some stuff first before we actually step into our self-acceptance. So the card pulls will be around helping you perhaps find out what that block might be or what that issue is. So I'll give you a little bit of background on removing labels and why I am so in love with removing labels. I did an exercise, and it was really, really cool. And what it was all about was you had to find as many words as possible to describe your physical self and your likes and your dislikes and those sorts of things. Good morning, girls. Hello, everyone. And I love heavy metal, okay? Rammstein, Korn, Pantera. I love heavy metal. I have a lot of tattoos. You can only see this one visibly. All the others are hidden because I was an exec for a very long time. And I ride a Harley Davidson, and I like to wear cheesecloth skirt, and I like to have no shoes on unless I'm on my bike. I'm a total animal lover. And when I write all these things out, they're such contradictory. Like, you know, if you are a hippie, therefore you should not love heavy metal, or you shouldn't ride a Harley, or you perhaps shouldn't have tattoos, or if you love metal and you ride a Harley, then you have to be this style of person. I also lift very heavy weights, like super heavy weights. My leg press is, for example, 340 kilos. So I don't muck around when I go to the gym. And when you write down all these things of what people will see, like when they see me and I've got muscles and I've, got tattoos and all that sort of stuff, they get a perception. And that's what labels are. You read the label to find out what you're in for. So today is all about self-acceptance and removing labels. And I don't care that my physical attributes are complete contradiction. I don't care. I'm me. I've worked my ass off to get to this point where I totally accept all of my shenanigans, my silliness, my dad jokes that I like to tell and I think I'm hilarious, all those sorts of things. I love who I am. So self-acceptance and removing labels is just so important. So what we're going to do today is pull some cards and have a look at where the sticking point might be for you as far as removing labels, or, what that little trouble point is. So, what we can do to move through that. For me, it was I think like a man, okay? If I had very high profile jobs in security. I owned a security company for a long time, and I was around boys. I grew up around boys. All my best friends were boys. I'm very boy-like when I drive, ride, all that sort of stuff. When I lift, I'm definitely boy-like. So therefore, naturally, people assume that I would date women, but I don't. I'm very happily married to a man. So there's all these perceptions that people put on you, and you think, oh God, if I do this, if I lift heavy weights and I get muscles, will people think this? Who cares what they think? I mean, do as you will, harm none, take no shit. That's basically what life is all about. You don't have to, if you want pink hair and you want flowers in it, and you also want to get your guitar out and play Smoke on the Water, go for it. Who are you hurting? Absolutely no one. So get rid of the labels. Be yourself. You're the most authentic person. There is no other Johnita in this world. There's no other Jenelle Paige. There's no other Chris Young. We might share the same name with someone else, but they're not the same person. Like in astrology, there's like something like 27 billion bloody options that you can have, different aspects of astrology that makes you and your blueprint so unique. So it doesn't matter about the tattoos and the heavy metal, the Harley Davidson, and the big hairy dogs that I've got. None of that matters, because what matters is what's inside your heart. And I always speak so authentically, so truthfully. Sometimes it can be very directly honest, which takes people aback sometimes. But you know what? This is me, and I'm so comfortable with that. So today is all about accepting yourself, accepting everything about yourself, accepting, you know, you and your authentic power. There's so much power in just saying, you know what, this is me and I'm going for it. So removing labels. We're getting rid of labels today. So let's get started. Just put my keyboard over there so it doesn't get in the way. Now, those of you may not necessarily know, and you certainly can't tell by looking at me, that I am a Wiradjuri woman, which is a New South Wales Aboriginal tribe. So yes, I've got high cheekbones, and I have a very strong connection to the land, and that's about where it ends for the blonde hair, blue eyes, white skin, can't get a suntan. It's very mean, actually. I would have loved to have had a little bit of colour in my skin, but that's okay. So I pulled out my Aboriginal Dreamtime cards. Now this is about, you know, if we didn't have these labels and these issues that we have, and we totally accepted ourselves, we're in a dream state, okay? Because nothing can affect us, nothing can hurt us. We have a different perception on things. We don't let things rattle us quite as much because, you know, it doesn't matter what people think. We are so comfortable in our own skin that those labels and those judgments and those projections most of the time are irrelevant. So dream state, dream time, Aboriginal, let's go. We'll do that. And we'll also pull out my little witchy poo cards, which are oracle cards. Now they've got the moon on the back because, you know, I'm an astrology freak, but then they're actually quite pretty on the inside too. So they're very witchy orientated and yeah, pretty colours. So we'll give those a crack. I didn't get to show you the Aboriginal ones, so they're quite pretty too. Now, if you haven't joined already and you want to learn how to read tarot intuitively, then please jump on my course. It is tonight. There are still some spots left. It is $55 a head. You can book right up until 6 p.m. tonight and pay through PayPal. So get yourself cracking with that. Right, let's say good morning to a whole bunch of people. Thank you very much for tuning in. Lovely to see all of your faces. Oh, Tanya Dixon's at work, so she can't listen. I love how naughty you are. You have to go to the bathroom, pretend you've got pain in the belly. Leanne, she rides a big bike. Good girl. See, it's just releasing labels. I mean, seriously, who cares? There's no one in the world better at being you than you are. So good morning, everybody. Thanks, Kerry. All right, let's get cracking. Who's first? No, it won't let me scroll. So if you beat Chris Young in this morning, you need to let me know because I can't scroll backwards any further, my love. So let's start with Chris Young. We're going to have a look. What might be holding Chris back? Now, I picked up the Aboriginal cards for you, so we'll see what happens. Chris Young. Insightful revelations. Oh, I like this. Insightful revelations. Okay, so now this tells us absolutely jack shit, basically, doesn't it? I mean, have a look at it. Unless you read the book, and I threw the book out 10 years ago when I bought the cards because I don't care about that. But what I can see by looking at this is, see, this, I consider this a blank canvas, okay? And then I consider these two different options or variables leading into your blank canvas. You can decide what you ever want to do with that. So what I'm going to say to you is for you to release the labels, is to see yourself as a canvas, Chris. So this is for Chris Young. See yourself as a canvas. Know that you can use whatever colors you want to be able to create that canvas, and your canvas will be as unique as what you want it to be. So there's a little bit of grass and stuff, so, you know, it's disappearing into the background, but it's about hibernating and going within to get what you want. We are our own directors of our life. So, you know, we're not a supporting actor. So this is all about you releasing the label of having to fill up your cup based on what other people's expectations are, and you just really going for it, creating your own canvas. It's about clearing out any clutter that doesn't work for you anymore, Chris, and just bringing in all new stuff. Chuck out the old canvas if you don't want it or don't like it, or keep some aspects of it, another canvas meaning your life, and then start painting the colors that you want, painting it how you want it to be. The deep introspective. Now, I kind of think that is a moon. It looks to me like a full moon, okay? So that's about new beginnings as well. And it's also about emotional. So making sure that you're not emotionally deceiving yourself when it comes to making decisions. So what I mean by emotionally deceiving yourself is making sure that it's what you want in your heart of hearts and not what other people want for you or want of you. Okay, and there's two different things, for you and of you. Like me, I might think that, you know, if you do a particular thing, it would be better for you, but that's my opinion, and my opinion is none of your business. So you do whatever the hell you want to do and enjoy doing it. Insightful revelation. So going within, painting the canvas that you want is how you get your freedom. Nettie, good morning. We'll just scroll down the bottom. Look at this. I was in the bathroom this morning brushing my teeth, and it was 9 o'clock. Okay, so we're half an hour out from go time, and I said, okay, Spirit, so what are we doing today? We're just going to pull some cards. We're going to have a chat to some people. What are we going to do? And Spirit says to me, no, we're going to do self-acceptance and removing labels. And I said, great. You've given me half an hour to prepare. Love your style. Spirit said, don't be ridiculous. We're here the whole time. It's nice to see that after 40-something years of talking to Spirit, I still give them a hard time and they dish it back. So they're always here. So you'll see them flickering the camera soon enough. Now that I'm starting to talk about them and acknowledging them, they'll start doing stuff. So I like the way everybody has got tattoos, or they're relating to it. They're understanding what's going on. So you always speak the right crowds, don't you? You attract what you put out. Brilliant. Okay, Leanne. Leanne, I'm busting to know what sort of bike you've got. Busting to know what sort of bike you've got. Okay, Jenelle Paige would like a card. Oh, I like this. Jenelle, this is for you. Seasons change. Look at that. She's got like a swan. A black swan. Now, if we kind of look at this card, where my mind goes to me is that the ugly duckling, you know, beautiful swan, that sort of thing is what I'm getting. See all that passion around there? And how the swan comes and makes it, you know, she turns into the swan. So she comes out. So you're about, this is for Jenelle. Is this for Jenelle? Yes, it's for Jenelle. Okay, cool. Thank you. Sorry, guys, I'm channeling, and I'm off with the pixies when I channel. So what this is about for me is that the true acceptance is where your inner beauty lies. So you're shining from the inside out. All those beautiful qualities about yourself that you keep hidden because you think that people might perhaps not accept you in your rawness and your authentic self. You're getting there, completely getting there, okay? Because see how the swan is right near her face. She's seeing with the swan's eyes. So she's really taking on that persona of the beautiful swan. So acceptance of self for you means that you totally accept who you are as a woman, and all those changes and all those things that all those changes and all those things that come along with it blossoming and growing into that beautiful, authentic crone self. Now, when I say crone, I'm a witch, so crone is a beautiful thing, okay? It's not the connotation that the Oxford Dictionary has. It's a beautiful change. It's a change into wisdom, into our years of embracing, you know, all of our divine feminine and divine self. So the fact that you've got this, Jenelle, and it's turning, you know, swan, just says to me that you're in a huge transformation part of your life where you're really understanding just how beautiful you are and just all those beautiful qualities that you bring to the table that you might not have thought were beautiful before. You're starting to see them with your own eyes. This is really nice. Oh, I like these cards. I'm going to do this again, girls. Okay. Nettie would like a card. It would be my pleasure. Nettie. Thanks, Sarah. Oh, see, we've got tattoos, bikes, and Aboriginals. Kicking ass, spirits. See, you're thinking, yeah, you're going to leave me high and dry. I've got half an hour to go. And they're like, just relax, lady. You're being ridiculous. I know, all right. Okay. It just threw me out again. Why? Why? You're so mean. Nettie. We're doing Nettie. I've got someone scrolling my comment section. So I've got to be careful. Inner quiet. Retrospective thinking. Inner quiet. This is for Nettie. Look at that card. Now, this is interesting because I'm getting two entirely different things here. It's like reading for a Gemini sun sign. So the inner quiet is the inner, she's got her eyes closed as she's looking within. And when she looks within, that's where she gets the answers. So this is about you not taking on other people's bullshit and you deciding for yourself exactly what you want. And sometimes that means that you need to shut the world out to be able to do that. But you can do that, and you shouldn't ever feel guilty about that. There's a sadness here too. But then with the sadness, it's sort of like it's like a growth sadness. Does it make, yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? So it's kind of like, in order to grow, you need to let go of some stuff, and that means surfacing it up. And how you do that is to go within and really think about, yourself and how you view yourself and all those quiet moments that you have and what your brain's doing in those quiet moments. Nettie, just have a little feel for you. I like the way Nettie feels. She feels calm. And as soon as I said that, my heart started racing 100 miles an hour. Love it. See, that's the opposite. So I was getting two different things. So as soon as I said I can feel calmness, then my heart goes, oh, no, you don't, lady. So it's really two very different sides. It's like you've got a full-on side and a calm, retrospective, quiet side. But the way you get your self-acceptance is by really listening to yourself and not listening to anybody else's bullshit at all. Okay, don't let people project onto you. You've got a beautiful, empathic feel about you and your energy, so people will project upon you because they think that you're weak, but you're not weak. You're just sweet and kind. So boundaries, boundaries, boundaries is what I would say to you, my love. That's for Nettie. Let's have a little scroll ourselves. Thank you. I don't need any support to scroll. Kate. Hello, Miranda. Let's have a look at Kate Evans. Would love a card. Let's see what we're doing. So we're talking about self-acceptance, removing labels, being comfortable with ourselves. If you've just joined in, you'll be happy to know that I'm going to sneeze. You'll be happy to know that we're talking about how to remove labels and the fact that I am a hippie who wears, has tattoos, lifts heavy weights, and rides a Harley Davidson. So we don't care about labels anymore. This is the label-free zone because other people's projections should not have an impact on our lives. We're just peeps doing peep things, okay? We're all here for the human experience. Now this one is for Kate. And this is Mother Nature's balance. Look at that. See how the sisterhood is all connected. So this is about you being able to sit with connected friends and being able to celebrate who you are and how far you've come and how connected you are to these people. So celebrations, it's kind of like the Three of Cups, I suppose. It's kind of the feeling. See how you got your redhead, your brunette, and your blonde? So that sort of, or it could be the Three Witches. But I really like the way Mother Nature, so there's balance in here. So it's about you finding time to step out of your comfort zone and go into nature and really work out what you want to do. It's actually interesting because I don't know if you were able to see, but the little dots there are purple. Now, purple is a spiritual connection. So the people that you have in your life has got a spiritual connection to each other. They're really important friendships that you either have right now or that you're going to make. And what else can I tell you? It's going to just direct you in a whole other way. What is it going to direct you in? I think you're going to become quite like you've got that intuitive ability now, okay, but your hands get itchy, so you don't know what to do. So the hands will settle down with the itchiness, and you'll start to come a bit more into how you're going to do things. You're going to have some eclectic abilities across different modalities, so don't get too focused on one or the other. When you get a bit bored with something, move on to something else, challenge yourself, put it right out there, because it's kind of like you're feeling with generational or ancestral stuff is coming through as well. So there could even be a little bit of intuitive ability coming through the mum side of the family. No, I just got corrected. Coming through the women on your father's side, the dad side of the family, okay? So whatever that means for you is what you're going to draw on. So you've got really, again, the crone energy, the nice energy that's coming in. But go to release your labels, go and stand out in the dirt, down on the grass, and ask yourself exactly what you want. What is the best way forward for me? And then listen to your body, okay? Don't listen to that voice in your head, because sometimes your ego is an asshole and it tells you to do stuff that's like you shouldn't be doing, or it will stop you from doing stuff because it's that self-doubt that comes in. So that's all your ego. So chuck that out and listen to what your body does. If your heart quickens, then it's a nice, cool feeling. Or, if you just feel this total sense of calm, that's what you should be doing. So go through those questions. Don't say, give me the answer, I want to know this. Say, if I do this, and see how your body reacts. So everyone can do that, because we're barometers of our soul. So we can use our vessel in lots of different ways. It doesn't just need to necessarily be because we're physical manifestation. So our vessel, meaning our bodies this time around. So we're a spirit, essentially, and we're having a human experience in a vessel. So use your vessel as a barometer to work out exactly what you want to do and what you want to let go of. Nice, very nice card. Okay. Let's keep going. Thank you all for joining in today. Don't forget, I've got my Intuitive Reading Tarot workshop on tonight. If you haven't joined, please do. Kerry, proud of who you are. Thank you. That's really lovely. Thank you, Kerry. I had someone talk to me this morning, and she said, was it this morning? Or no, it was last night, I beg your pardon. And she said, I appreciate you. And you know what? That was the coolest compliment I have ever received in my life. I appreciate you. I was like, doing a little happy dance. Beautiful words. Beautiful words. Okay, Roxy. Let's have a look what Roxy's got. Okay. Roxy got 2. Now, the interesting thing about Roxy's cards is this blue one, I get emotion. I get emotion and being able to flow with your emotions and communicate your emotions effortlessly and easily. And this one, I get a little bit of cranky. See how that cranky face? Being able to have to earn respect, get respect, gain respect, give respect. I think what this is all about is you being able to be comfortable in communicating what your emotions are, and then not so much demanding respect, but putting your boundaries in place. So when someone steps on that, you being vulnerable, then you should be able to say, hang on a minute, this is not right for me. This doesn't feel right for me. So it's about emotional vulnerability and having enough respect for yourself to stand up for yourself if someone squishes that or tries to encroach upon it. So a nice label for you, Roxy, would be that I now stand in my emotional power, and no one has the right to take that away from you. They can't. It was like if you and I were out having a coffee, Roxy, and you said, I feel so sad about blah, blah, blah. And I said, don't be sad. Who the hell am I to tell you not to be sad? If you want to be sad, knock yourself out. Don't allow people to tell you what you're feeling or how that emotion is manifesting for you. We talked about emotions a couple of weeks ago, and I was talking about umbrella terms. So angry, everyone gets the gist of what anger is, but it manifests differently for everyone. Someone might chop a tree down, someone might be physically violent towards others, some might cry, some might, slam a door and they're over it. but, you know, the umbrella term of anger is what we all understand, like as an umbrella definition. It doesn't mean how it's going to necessarily manifest for individual people. So this is about you being able to be strong enough in your convictions to say, no, I do feel sad, and I'm okay feeling sad, and you don't have to understand why I feel sad, but I'm doing it any bloody way. So that's what this is all about for you. That's where you drop your labels, having to understand what other people are expecting of you in an emotional sense. Skylark. Hello. Hello, everybody. Money whack. Isn't this lovely when I read all the comments and I get people that are on similar journeys, or that are, you know, this is what's happening for me, this is what I'm going through, you know, bike riding, tattoos, all that sort of stuff. It's just brilliant because it says that we're in the right moment right now. I mean, we are all over Australia, all over the world, and through the beautiful synchronicity of everything that happened and the frequency, here we all are in the same room watching the same thing, sharing our stories, sharing about what we're going to do to release the labels that are maybe holding us back or stopping us from moving forward. Money. Well, this is not very cool. Emotional exhaustion. Kind of looks like a sunflower. Now, sunflowers are beautiful flowers, but they're not necessarily getting what it needs, which is why it's a bit flimsy. Feeling like it's run out of puff. Not getting the nurturing that it needs. It's the nurturing because it's emotional exhaustion. Okay? So what I do love about this card is there's the green on it. So there's an ability for you to heal. There's yellow on it. So there's an ability for you to feel the warmth of the sun and be able to have vitality and, you know, bring all that stuff back into your life. So the game's not over yet for you, okay, Marnie? But I kind of feel like this is where you're spreading yourself a bit thin too. So trying to do lots of different things, having lots of different projects because you don't want to appear that you're not coping or that you're not being what successful looks like for you or for others, okay? So this is about having some time out for yourself and not feeling guilty about having that time out for yourself. That's a big thing, feeling guilty. You know, if we are not, you know, we're just normal girls, right? And then all of a sudden we have a baby and we turn into a superwoman and we're expected to do so many different things. But the thing is, we don't actually have to do that at all. It's our own perception. It's our own mind saying, oh my God, now I'm a mum. I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to work full time. I have to be someone's wife. It's all rubbish. My son called me Joby for years when he was a baby, and people were shocked that I didn't force him to call me mum. But I was Joby One Kenobi for my son for ages, and labels didn't worry me. The fact that he could have called me Giraffe, I still would have been his mum. Okay, so this is about you releasing anything that is an unrealistic expectation. You're not Wonder Woman. You don't wear your undies on the outside of your tights, and you don't wear a cape. Well, maybe full moon rituals you would, but that's about it. Emotional exhaustion. So Marnie, this is for you. So make sure you take time out to get your emotional needs met. Okay, that vulnerability, don't just swallow it. They're showing me swallowing. So you swallow it down and just keep it for another day and you just keep going, okay? So that's going to manifest in a physical manner for you, which means that you'll get the flu, you'll get run down, you get tired, fatigued, all those sorts of things. And in the worst case scenario, you start getting arthritis because you can't move forward. So be careful of emotional exhaustion. Sarah, let's do Sarah next. Half an hour is gone. I need a timekeeper. Can't believe how fast everything goes in here. Sarah. Deep listening. Ooh, this is Sarah Wright's card. Deep listening. Now I like this card because it's got lots of browns on it, okay? So you've got different colors of browns. Now brown's the color of dirt and poop. But we need dirt and we need poop to grow, okay? And you've got these little green dots down there, see that? So that's growth, and it comes down from being grounded. See how they go all the way into the ground? Okay, so this is about taking time out to really deeply listen to everything that your mind is talking about. So this is about clearing out the clutter that's in your mind on an intellectual basis. So, for example, if your mind is telling you a whole bunch of stuff, it could be negative self-talk, it could be just self-talk, it could be constant chatter and your mind never shuts up, be like mine. This is just about working out how to quieten down that chatter. Now, what I know about people that have busy minds like yours, and this is for Sarah Wright, is that we need to find a way to distract our mind from having so many thought processes. So for me, I ride my bike or I lift heavy weights. I cannot meditate, not in traditional sense, okay, because I go, cool, got 5 minutes to myself. What are we going to think about? So it doesn't work. My husband is the king of meditation. He can literally come from a rock concert, sit down, do 3 breaths, and then he's straight into meditation. I'm so jealous of his gift. But for me, I worked out that if I shut the chatter up in my mind, it's just similar to being present in the moment, not forward thinking, not backward thinking, being present right here and now. And the best way to do that for me is deadlift. So when I'm in the gym and I'm deadlifting, I'm thinking about my form, I'm thinking about the curve of my back, I'm thinking about pushing through the heels of my feet. I am not thinking about the 5,000 other things I need to do. So this is about deep listening to yourself and finding a way to do that. Okay, being grounded, being present in the moment, not worrying about what has been or what might be, is being here right now in this moment. And listening to yourself, listening to what your body's doing and how it's coping with different things. Nice card. I know it looks a bit barren, but I actually see that, as just an opportunity to, it's like autumn. The leaves haven't come yet because we're still working out, we're rejuvenating, we're working out what we're going to do, reserving our power for later. And the green is here, so the green is healing and it's coming. And the leaves that you'll be able to grow as a result are beautiful. So don't think that it's just because it's brown and the color of poop. We need poop to grow things. Right. Can't believe I just did a reading on poop. True though. Fertilizer, blood and bones. Even roses know they need to be covered in shit before they can grow beautifully. So maybe that's what it's all about releasing anything that is not centered to your happiness now and moving forward. Okay, let's have a look. Emma Jane. Emma Jane. Emotional fulfillment. Oh, now I'm going to pick up this card for you too. Hidden learning. So emotional and being able to communicate what you need, and hidden learning. So you've got lots of purples on there. See how they come up the meridian points. See in here. Oh my goodness, I just did the right card. I always do get confused with the backward stuff. See that there? That kind of says to me it's an inner child. There looks like an inner child in there. And it's about hidden learning. And although we can't tell, whether that's the face or whether that's the belly or the back or the front or, I don't think it really matters. But I think it's about learning about what makes your inner child happy here. So if you didn't get to explore a lot as a child for whatever reason, or you're not having enough fun in your life now, then this is about you being able to release the labels. You know what? I kind of get this feeling that you need to behave in a certain way because you're an adult now. That will never be me, okay? I'm such a naughty child and I love it and I don't care. I'm very, very lucky like that because I really, truly do not give a shit what other people think. Hidden learning for you is how to find the fun and joy in your life again. Okay. Now, that could be as simple as going and playing on the swings in the park, but working out what it is that makes your inner child sing. Because when you do that, see how all this spiritual awareness comes in, and your third eye, my screen's not dead center, and that's what's throwing me out. There we go. And the third eye comes into it as well, your crown chakra, all your spiritual messages that are coming through. You're grounded because all the purple goes down the bottom near your feet as well. So all the different changes as a result of you tapping into your inner child and learning about what they need and what they're, how to make their needs get met, basically, is what this is all about. And you win, you're victorious over being able to do that because, the hands, or what looks like the hands, are up in the air like Yahoo. It's not something that the hands are down, or there's a shrug type thing. I like these cards. They're very pretty. Right. And this is about emotions. So understanding what emotions are and being able to process them properly, and feeling them in your body, but also feeling them logically in your brain as well. Okay, some people feel emotions purely in their body, and other people feel their emotions purely in their mind. Boys tend to I think, and women tend to I feel. Now, I'm a weirdo, okay, and I know that there'll be other weirdos here because that's the vibe we're putting out today, the beautiful, authentic selves. And what that means is that I have the perfect yin-yang understanding of things. So I think, and I'm also feeling, okay, but I don't get consumed by my emotions. And sometimes we need to feel them before we can actually start to understand our inner child and what our inner child needs, especially if we've had an upbringing or had some exposure to some stuff that makes us have a psychic trauma. So a happy emotion, like mine, I'll use me as an example, excitement. I was excited about stuff as a kid, and I got squashed by my parents, who just gave a negative connotation or negative feel and emotion to being excited. There's no point being excited because someone's going to squish it. So that is the habit that I formed in my brain. So as an adult, I struggled to understand what excitement was, because with excitement also came disappointment. So my inner child said to me, "You're an idiot, let go of that. Excitement is a great thing. You're allowed to be excited." And now I just unleash with the excitement. It's really cool. So I'm a big kid, but I don't care. I want to be excited. I will damn well be excited. It took me a long time to work out how much fun the excitement was going to be. Okay, Paula. Now I'm going to say Teriaka, and I apologize if I am incorrect, but this is for Paula. Earth Mother. Oh, I like this. Oh, I love this. Okay, so this is for Paula Teriaka. Now, it's funny that you got Earth Mother, and Terra Firma is Earth, the ground. How cool is that? It's like you've got a constant reminder of being grounded in the coolest of ways, not when you're being naughty. So you've got all that beautiful tree and healing up in your headspace. So how you release the labels and self-acceptance for you is to settle your mind down as well, and let your intellectual healings, so maybe not let those words that people say to you, or that cross your mind, or the trigger points, or the hurt that you've had and experienced, you're able to let go of that. The fact that you've got this beautiful pure energy right down into your little pregnant belly there, which is birth and creation, it's a pure. So if you've got children, or you want to have children, or the link to children is just phenomenal. So you've got this real mother hen, perfect pure energy. You're really able to help people heal their hurts on an intellectual level. Okay, so what I mean by heal hurts on an intellectual level is, when you get bullied online, or you get bullied in school, and you grow up, and you might have been a bit bigger in school, and then as you grow up, you really use that motivation to get yourself fit and healthy, and you change your body shape, but there's still that hurt inside of you, that intellectual trauma that still sees you as that overweight teenager or the victim, or, you know, so it's about, you know, how you're able to offer people that healing. Okay, so this is a healing color, and you do that by speaking it, by understanding it, and being wise in your words. This is a beautiful card. I very rarely pull this card for people, Paula, and the fact that it's Earth and your surname, you know, very, very close to terra firma, just says to me that you're totally in your element as an Earth angel. So if you're not already working with not even necessarily kids, but vulnerable people, people that need that, a counselor or a helper or someone to just sound things off, then that is definitely where you'd feel really humble. Oh, it's such a nice feeling. I just tune into your energy, and it's like, you go to your house and bake a cake and talk for hours and solve the world's problems. It's got a really beautiful energy. So thanks for popping in. Oh, you do have some kids. I can see your little kids there. They're a bit cute, aren't they? All right, let's have a look. Chris Young has got Aboriginal grandchildren. I hope they're beautiful. Of course they're beautiful. I love the way I don't want to segregate, but Aboriginal children, we are just in our own worlds. It's just different. It's different. So you are very lucky. You'll learn lots from them, because it's an ingrained ancestral, it's just something different, okay? It's really cool. It's really cool. All right, Vanessa. Let's have a little look. Vanessa. Now you've got Earth Mother too. Look at that. I just shuffled, I don't know if you can hear me through the microphone, but I just shuffled all those cards and split them. And you got Earth Mother. So this is Vanessa Dahl. I like this card. All right, I really like this card. I think it's why we got it again. But for you, Vanessa, now this time I'm seeing oranges in the tree. I'm also seeing the greens and the different shades of green, and that beautiful purification right down into your belly. So this is about you processing your emotions and being able to birth new ideas. So how you're going to let go of any preconceived labels about you. It's to just go with the flow. Just let all those beautiful ideas you've got in your head spill over. You're very creative. You can birth new things, okay? So when I say birth, I don't mean, you know, you're going to have babies or anything like that, okay? So if that's not the end game, don't freak out. What I mean is bringing things into fruition. So what you think about and what you dream about, you're actually able to manifest quite easily, okay? And that is how you do that. You've got this beautiful vision. And now's the time, really, if you haven't had a chance to tap into that imagination and that vivid ability to create, then do that now. So there's just a lot of healing in that. And I'm kind of getting like painting, crafts, doing something that you actually, it's like therapy for you. It's very therapeutic, it's calming, it's healing, it quietens your mind down as well. But your ability to create new things and create life in things, okay? So even if you just did a painting, the painting will have life of its own, and this is what it's all about for you. So Vanessa, all about growth, spiritual growth, bringing those ideas out of your head and creating beautiful things out of it. It's nice. I didn't really notice that one. Look at that. It's just kind of like, I don't know if you can, or you might not be able to see, but it's kind of like a face, and right in the middle of the face is this orange love heart, which is very cool. Okay, so you've got divine guidance coming in as well. Nice one. You're welcome, Jenelle. Skylark lines. The coolest thing about working with Spirit, Skylark, is that I get drawn to everybody, because I don't have to feel your energy. I'm just, I just plug the cord from them to you. So, yeah, it makes it very cool, because that means no man's left behind. Nobody gets left behind. The only time that I get people left behind is when I run out of time. That's very, very fast. Okay, Skylark Lawrence. Oh, you're going to have a look at the magical time. Now, Skylark, I've just picked up my second deck. Okay, so if you've just joined in, I've got 2 decks, the original Dream Time and this one. And something told me to split the other deck. And then go for that card. So this is the magical card. So this is a time for you to believe in all the magic that comes into your life. Okay, you've got a familiar there. You've got passion. So you've got candles and about moon energy. Quiet, introspective moon energy. So moons are about emotions, because the moon is a giant big magnet ball, controls the tides, it controls the water. So therefore we are mostly water, so it also controls us, which is why we all go a bit loopy at full time, a full moon or a new moon or any of the harvest moons in particular. So this is for Skylark. It's actually interesting that you've got Skylark as your chosen first name, and you're also up in the sky, you're sitting on the moon with your familiar. So this is about connection to self and higher self, and how you're going to bring that magic into your life now. We'll go back to this deck, have a little look a bit further. So this is about you quietening down your mind as well. In a retrospective behavior, having some time out for yourself, however that looks. Now, there is no right or wrong way of having time out for yourself, but I can tell you that if you don't get it, you will go a bit bonkers. Okay, you need to just chill out a little bit, enjoy the quieter things in life. There's some sort of attraction to water, and not like Niagara Falls or any busy water. It's just, flowing water, but not chaos water. Okay, so inner quiet comes to mind for you as well. So this is for Skylark. Okay, good morning all those who have just joined us. Thank you for tuning in. Johnita Francis. I'm fully booked out for readings today. I do have some spots later in the week. If you're interested in having a channeled reading with me, there's half-hour slots and there's also 1 hour slots. We do it via video messenger. So it is like this, a video. Or if you're in the Sydney local area, I can do a face-to-face reading with you. I will be in Bathurst next Sunday, the 25th of August. So if you're over in Bathurst, pop on down and have a reading. Say good day. Kerry Ellis. Okay, lots of emotions going on here today. Lots of emotions, and accepting of emotions and understanding how to process emotions. So this is for Kerry Ellis. Good morning, Shelley. Now it's interesting because acceptance of self that comes in for you. So I read cards intuitively. I don't keep the books because I don't care about the books. A bit of a rebel when it comes to that sort of stuff. If you want to learn how to read cards intuitively, I'm running a workshop. It is on tonight, but I can still take spots. This is about throat chakra for you, though, Kerry Ellis. Okay, so in the past I've said it's about emotions, but for you it's about being able to articulate and get those words flowing out your mouth. So self-acceptance and removing labels is about you being able to speak your mind, get your words out off your chest, and finding a balance to the way to do it. See how it's flowing? So it ebbs and flows. So that means you're finding a way to do it. Now, sometimes when we're finding our voice, we can come across a bit aggressive or a bit cross. I sure as hell did. I had to rein myself in a few times, didn't realize how cross I was sounding until I videoed myself. So this is about you being able to articulate it and do it with words that you're comfortable with, okay? And just relaxing and being able to, there's a certain power in being able to speak from your heart and get those words out of your mouth. Especially, you need to be able to get those words out. Articulate, communicate effectively. You've got lots of blue dots in there, darker blue dot, light light blue dots and white ones. So that would indicate to me that you're still finding your voice, still working out which voice you want to use. And I don't mean inside or outside voice like we have for our kids or our animals, if you have German Shepherds who like to talk. This is about you finding out, where that pivot point is, being able to be heard without having to shout your message, and being able to be listened to and respected without demanding that, okay? So finding that nice balance in your throat chakra and communicating effectively. I like the way that looks though, because you're on the right path to be able to have that self-acceptance and the removing of the labels associated with not being able to voice what's going on, okay? Very nice card. Well done. Good morning, Shelley. Good morning, Natasha. Let's go a little bit further down. Kate Hickey. How are we going for time, guys? Oh my God. Kate Hickey. What a lovely name. Oh, look at that. Internal strength. So this is for Kate Hickey. Now she's in a purple dress, she's barefooted, her hair's loose, her throat's open, her chest is out, her heart's open. She's ready to receive messages. She's putting her hand up right towards the sky. I like this, okay? So this is about you being able to find your internal strength and what that looks like. You've also got flowers in your hair, which is very cool. So this is about self-doubt and not really believing all those beautiful things about yourself that you should be believing. And she's ready to dance, okay? So when the internal strength comes through for you and you realize, even if it's not even, I'm going to say realize. I think sometimes as people, we forget how far we've come until we take stock of where we've been or the lessons that we've learned. And, I am the person I am today because I went through all of that really shitty stuff. And I'm not dwelling on the shitty stuff. I acknowledge it. It happened. I can't change it. I've moved forward. But all those things will still have an impact on who we are and how we feel about ourselves if we don't really tap into that internal strength and realize that, there's a lot of people's projections. It's okay to feel like that. We are our spiritual selves. We can dance to the beats of our own drum. This is about spirit being able to help you too. So if, Kate, if you're talking to spirit, yep, they're saying that you do talk to spirit. They will guide you. They will help you. They will wrap you up in that beautiful white light energy and protect you while you're learning how to really come into your own as far as internal strength is concerned. So not being so worried about all those projections. Embracing the beautiful you that you are. And when I tap into your energy, there's there's so much more of you to give. There's so much more, a few little things that are locked away. And not because you don't want people to see the true you, it's because you've had them stamped on before. And that's, so you keep them a little bit locked away. That's okay. That's cool. We all do that. Just some of us lie about it. But you're getting there in a fast rate of knots, and you're really learning how to do that. And the more you trust in your own abilities as well, the more you'll come right out into what you want to do and how you're going to go about it. This is about you really finding that warrior within. Good on you. Nice card. I like the flowers in her hair too. Not worrying anymore. Being relaxed and being carefree. Leanne. Leanne, did you tell me what sort of bike you ride? That was you, wasn't it? Okay, let's go, Leanne. Creation. Oh, I like this. Remember, from little things, big things grow? It's creation. the energy source, our chi energy, okay, our frequency, where we get our energy from, how we get our energy. This is about growing, speaking our mind, speaking it with passion, not stopping, really feeling everything ingrained in who we are and going forward. So this is all about you just not giving a hoot and going for it and fueling off your own energy source, okay, not worrying about anybody else. You've got everything that you need in the palm of your hands, Leanne. So now's the time to start creating those things that you want. And I can see you sweeping. So you're sweeping the floor with all the crap. There's no more crap in your life. The time for the crap is finished. And this is all about moving forward. You've got all the tools that you need to be able to do that. There you go. There's your confirmation burp. You can have all your energy back, but thank you for letting me in so freely. It was really nice to do that. I really like this. This is a nice card for you to have because it's exactly where you are right now, isn't it? Learning about all your powerful energy that you have within you. Good one. Very nice card, Leanne. Good morning. Good morning, Layla. Good morning, Camille. Okay, let's go, Layla. What did Layla get? Radio girls. Emotion. Articulating how we're going to get those emotions across, standing into our own. Layla, I would like you to wear blue for the rest of this week. I don't care if it's blue undies, blue scarf, blue shirt, blue bra, whatever you've got that's blue, that's clean, not in the wash. Get it out, put it on, embrace it. Okay, because you're going to step into your own. You're really stepping into your own. Okay, so you've done the work on finding your voice. You've done the work on how to release some trapped emotions and understand and have a stronger understanding of emotions and how they articulate for you as an individual. Okay, not that umbrella term I was referring to. This is a cool card for you. So Layla, you're in a stage of growth. Okay, so every time I tune into you, you're taking your coat off and you're stepping out, your chest first. Okay, so here I am, world, take me on. This is where I am in my life. Oh, sorry guys, this is what I am doing right now in my life and who I am. And you had to fight hard to get that. You've had to go on a journey, but you got there, and that's all that matters. And now that you've released some of that stuff that you needed to release and work through and grow from, you're actually, you're just going there. You're just going for it now. You've got your paddle, you've got your canoe, and you're going up the bloody river. Good on you. It's always nice when you get that transformational cards for people because, you know, our personal, hey big fella, our personal growth is so personal that we don't always take stock of how far we've come. We focus a lot of the time on how much further we've got to go, or if only, or if I did, or should I, or maybe, but if we write down all the things that we've come to and all the things that we've survived and all the things that we've learned from all those lessons, you'll realize the formidable people that we are and how much our personal growth has changed, and you know what we're aware of now. You know, talk about as you get older you get wise, but you know, I've seen some really wise kids because they stop and they listen and they understand how to listen to themselves. So yeah, they might not have the life experience wisdom, but they've certainly got that inner wisdom. Really nice. Okay, this is for Camille. Now I just got to carefully scroll. Carefully. Soulful burdens. So Camille, soulful burdens. I like this. The reason why I like it is because you've got the cockatoo there. Now cockatoos they live forever and a day. They're like, some of them get to 100 years of age. They're a beautiful, powerful bird. Yeah, they can be a little bit annoying, you know. But look at all that beautiful sunshine. Look how proud that display is there and how much the bird is just standing so confident. Now, soulful burdens for me sort of says that sometimes you put things, your own soul happiness, to the back a little bit to make sure that others have what they need and what they want and what they desire. And when you do that, it's sometimes not necessarily to your own detriment, because you've got this beautiful ability to really feel very humble and powerful and loved when other people are succeeding. But you've also got to take some time out to be able to learn about your own soul and to make sure that your soul is getting nurtured and fed and looked after. So how you can release some of the labels and have acceptance of self is by really listening to your soul and finding out what your soul wants as well. And you know, it's the life of the empath, isn't it, where you're able to help so many other people, but often we're the last people that we help for ourselves. A bit like a mechanic. The mechanic's car's falling apart, but everyone else is running like a dream. So this is about you making sure that you're getting what you need from the soul bank as well, and that the happiness that you're taking out and you're giving to other people is actually coming back to you. And music, I just hear this beautiful guitar in the background. So I don't know if you like to listen to music, or you know, if that's the way that you can calm your mind and really enjoy things, but it's just beautiful acoustic guitar that's in the background. It's really nice. And so that was for Camille. Soulful burdens. So making sure that you're getting what your soul needs. Lizzie's here. Label-free zone. I know. Such an important thing, isn't it? Who cares? I actually want to change the color of my hair, and I'm in my 40s and I really want like crazy hair. Okay, my hairdresser is not a very personable person, so she won't let me do anything crazy with my hair. And if I go somewhere else, oh my god. So I'm going to go and tell her that I want something crazy for my hair and see how she goes. Freak her out a little bit. And then I'm going to give her the self-acceptance and the label-free zone. She's going to cop that conversation. Okay, guys. We've got... Now, Natasha, I spotted you before. I'm not doing mediumship today, my love, but I can tell you that this card has popped out when I just look straight at your name. So this is an inner grief. And see how you've got that child, that baby within. It kind of looks like the womb wrapped in white light protection. So what I can tell you is if you put that purple iris on your bedside table, that purple iris flower on your bedside table, and you say good night and good morning, which you do already to your mum, okay? You'll be able to talk to her yourself. You'll be able to feel her messages around you and feel her come and talk to you. I'm quite concerned about your inner grief. Okay, now I know that when we lose a parent, it can be tremendous amount of grief involved in that, and it's really hard to process those emotions. I'm just a little concerned that this has popped up as soon as I saw your name, because you do desperately want to get in touch with your mum. I will be doing a mediumship in a couple of weeks' time. Mediumship can sometimes be very, very personal, okay? And I try not to do too much medium stuff unless someone deliberately comes out and says g'day to me from the spirit side, not from the human side, because it can be quite confronting. So one-to-one or channeled readings, if you book individual or private bookings with me, happy to do mediumship, no problem at all. But in forums like this, I can find that can sometimes be quite confronting for a lot of people, so I tend to shy away from it. But please do get that purple iris flower, okay? If you're not sure what that is, you will as soon as you see it, and put them on your bedside table for your mum. And she does hear you talking to her, okay? Don't stop talking to her. She loves it. All right, guys, I need to finish up. I'm just going to have a quick look. If I did miss you today, I'm very, very sorry. Please do come and see me again next Tuesday at 9:30, same bat time, same bat channel on the Spiritual Events Directory. I will be happy to read for you then, but I'm buying into someone else's time and I don't like doing that. So thank you very, very much for joining me today. Please do see me again next week. You can catch me on my channel, which the details are up there.